Hello, guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, lovealadijonnaise. Today, we are here with the second special episode for Christmas, and we are incredibly happy. So, Sam, my baby, welcome, and how are you?
Hello, guys, welcome back. This is our second Christmas special episode. We are very excited. I'm very good, my love. I hope you all liked our first Christmas special episode. We put lots of effort in it, so yeah, we hope you liked it. And how are you, my love?
I'm fine, thank you. Actually, I'm sorry. As you can hear, I'm sick. Yeah. Uh, literally, the weather here in December is terrible because in the morning it's cold and then it gets up to 25, 26, something like that. So, guys, the change of weather and everything affect me a bit, but I'm getting better. So I'm sorry for my sexy voice, but I'm sick. So I hope that's not really an inconvenient for it. But anyway, if you hear me coughing or something, just ignore me. Okay?
It's okay. I mean, it happens to all of us this season, like changing season, we all get sick. So we understand, baby. Don't worry.
Excellent. So for today, we wanted to, well, first of all, guys, as Sam said, thank you so much for all the support during the first episode. For the Christmas episode. We really liked your support and we hope that you really enjoyed. But for this second episode, that is going to be the last one of these 2021's Christmas episodes, we wanted to focus more on New Year's.
Yes, and basically the way we designed the episode is to talk about a bit what are we grateful for this year, our personal goals, our goals as couple, where do we see our podcast, and at the end something that basically something what we learned this year or something that this year has taught us. So that's how we designed
Exactly.
it. And I think we can start.
Yeah, we can start, and I would like you to start actually.
Me? Okay. Well, as I said, we're gonna start with what we're grateful for this year. Very tough word to pronounce. Me personally, I'm very grateful for one thing, and that is that since we have our visitor coronavirus all over the planet now, and in the beginning of the year, it was still like uncertain if the traveling is gonna be, if we can travel or not. And since you all know that we haven't seen each other for like 11 months, and I'm very grateful that finally, after 11 months, we were able to see each other and spend actually like what, 4 or 5 months together.
More
And
or less,
yeah,
yeah.
more or less. And that's the one thing I'm super grateful for, because yeah, it was too long. And also another thing is that I'm grateful for, but that one I'm actually every year grateful, is that thanks God, all my loved ones and me, we're healthy, and that one's gonna always stay like that.
Yeah, that's actually very nice. And well, by the way, guys, if you want to know about that incredibly journey to see each other after 11 months of being apart, you can go and check out season 2, I'm sorry, and we have actually a special episode about that. But end of the advertisement, maybe that's actually very cute because, it's true. And sadly, during the past 2 years, a lot of families have suffered because of this pandemic. So, it's actually a very nice thing, and I will even call it a bless to have still our whole family fine and healthy.
Yeah, that's what I'm super grateful for, that your family, my family is healthy, and that we could see each other after 11 months. That was the one thing that was stressing me out so much, that if whoever asks me like what are you grateful for, these are two things I'm super grateful for.
Yeah, it's actually very nice, and it's very true, mainly. And about me, I think like I could be grateful about a lot of things in reality. But if I have to pick, like, I don't know, like two or three of them, well, the first one will be definitely the same one as you, which is finally being able to see each other after 11 months of being apart. Because they were super hard. There were very uncertain months about, I mean, we had a lot of doubts, a lot of fears. I remember you being scared the whole time of all the restrictions Europe was putting against us Mexicans and other citizens from other countries. But at the end, we managed it. I mean, it was a whole process, but I'm very happy and very grateful for that. And also, well, something also related to yours is that I'm very happy also that my family is fine during this year, that they're healthy, which is something amazing for me, so blessed.
Of
And
course.
finally, another thing that I'm incredibly grateful and that it took a lot of time to come is the fact that finally I could solve my personal problem that I had that had me very down the low, and that actually emotionally I wasn't okay, you know? And that's the
Yeah.
fact of finally getting a new job, something very different. So yeah, I'm very happy. I mean, I just got it like a bit more than a month ago, so you can actually realize, guys, how long did it take me? Because I was looking for this literally
Almost
since
a year.
more than a year. Because I was looking for this since 2020. So very
Wow, for
happy. It took a lot of time, yeah, but I'm super grateful, and now I feel whole like way different than before.
you're now like a whole new person. I can confirm that, and which makes me, of course, happy because it's also not easy to watch your loved one suffering and you don't know how to help them. But thanks God, this year things turned out well for both of us.
Yeah, it turned out well for both of us, and also we hope, guys, that it have turned well for you.
Yes, we hope whatever you wished for, that at the end you got it and your wishes came true, guys.
Yeah, guys. And now moving a bit on, we wanted to actually discuss a bit of our personal goals that we have for this year. Why? Because we have always believed as well that whenever you hear someone else putting personal goals to that person, like automatically somehow you find the motivation to put yourself kind of personal goals. And it's kind of cliche, literally, like every year is the same thing. You put personal goals like, oh, I want to lose weight, oh, I want to be fit, I want to read so many books, I want to, those type of things. And at the end of the year we never do it, like we begin with everything the first 1 or 2 months, and then March comes and suddenly we change everything. But
That's
exactly.
true.
Yeah, but we believe like whenever you hear someone else putting personal goals, you somehow get motivated, and we really invite you guys to don't set like 100 personal goals. Set
No, of
two
course
or
not.
three, but don't set a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Don't set like 20 goals because then you're gonna have the pressure of completing them. And at the end, if you don't manage to like complete your goals or you give up in the middle of the year, you get upset. And I think that's the main problem when people start setting goals for next year is that we think so many goals and at the end it's just too much. And as you said, like two or three is just fine and don't feel the pressure to like complete them. If it doesn't happen, still you have next year. I mean, thanks God you're gonna be still alive. You can whenever complete those goals you have.
Yeah, definitely. But now we're moving a bit to our personal goals, so I would like to hear a bit from you.
My personal goal that actually I've been setting it for myself for I think past 2 years and I still haven't completed it, but it's okay. I mean, no pressure. I'm gonna do it eventually. First one is mine are basic. Like I'm not like one of those extreme ones. Basically, yeah, my goals are basic. So first one is again, as I say every year, relearn German. Why? Because I studied German in school, of course. I forgot a lot of vocabulary and grammatic, and I want to relearn because I like the language, and I think it's waste of time if I forget it. Since I know that I'm really good with languages, so that's my first goal. So relearn German. The next one is definitely in the aspect of getting fit because lately, well, you all know December we've been eating a lot and stuff like that. Um, but definitely next year I want to be way more healthier. And another one that I can think of now, and actually would be great that I, reach that goal soon, is to get a job, since I'm gonna graduate, of course, in summer and won't be a student anymore. So I would love to get a job that allows me still to like travel and balance my life, like work life balance. But I'm gonna enjoy it. So those are like my three main goals that I could think of right now. I think those were like more or less enough for the next year.
And I'm pretty sure you're going to accomplish them. I'm pretty sure of that because I know that whenever you're committed to something, you can reach that thing even faster than you believe.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I set myself like just three main basic goals instead of 20, I don't know, extreme ones, and then I'm like upset because I wouldn't accomplish them.
Which is amazing, actually. And now about me, I will actually think, I mean, it was in my mind also German, but since I'm actually learning, I mean, I still don't know German completely, so I'm gonna take it out because it's like a permanent goal that I have, but since like 2 years ago, it's not really for next year. So I'm gonna begin with the first goal, which is show the new company and the new people that they hire me that it was the right decision to have me. Why? Because I want to give my 100% also on this job and I want to prove them and prove myself that I'm capable enough of doing an amazing job wherever I go. So I think that's gonna be my first goal. The second goal, of course, it has to be with BitFit. But you know what? Like I've been for so many years telling myself, oh, for this next year I want to be fit. And all those things that I want to have abs and those things. Now I just accepted the fact that abs are not really necessary. And I just want to be okay with my body and I want to look at myself and say, hey, I mean, maybe I'm not Zac Efron, but I'm happy. So I want to have a healthier life. And for that, I've been working out during the past months, but I want to work out a bit more, and I think I'm gonna have more time now that I have this new job. So, yeah, basically, my goal I wouldn't call it being fit. I would call it being healthier, and being
Yeah,
happier
being
with that.
healthier. Because, like,
Yeah.
mentally and physically, because people say if you work out, actually, you get happier, your mind gets happier, and also your mental health improves, which is actually true. So let's call
No,
it be healthier.
no, I mean completely true, and literally there's a kind of scientific explanation for all that because whenever you're working out you release hormones and all those things, so it's completely real and I think it's gonna help me a lot. And finally, one of my goals for this next year, and this one requires from your help, babe, is that I
Okay.
finally kind of manage to have at least a short conversation by the end of next year with your parents in Slovenia. Because
In
literally,
Slovenia.
I've been saying for so many time that I want to speak and I want to speak and I want to speak Slovenian, but I just can't. So I literally believe that by the end of this next year, I would like to actually speak at least the most basic things.
I think with that one, if we both commit ourselves, the selves that you learn and me, I teach you, we can manage. But it's like really, really, really hard language and doesn't have anything in common with the languages. So that's why I don't know. I get scared when I have to teach you, but it's okay. I think if we both commit ourselves, we can manage it. But I like your goals, my love, and um,
Definitely.
I like your goals and I think you're gonna achieve them. And also, especially the first one, people at your new company, they're gonna be happy that they hired you. You'll see.
Thank you so much. I really hope that it becomes true, and I know that it's gonna become true as long as I try hard.
Of course.
Yes, and now moving a bit on, now we want to talk about our couple goals. Like literally, which one are there in our list?
Well, I think our couple goals, we can, how would I say, divide into like personal couple goals and like whatever has to do with podcast. And well, we can start with first with our personal one goal, personal couple goals. I think the one that is always on our list and we want to achieve is traveling and more traveling and more traveling. Why? Because we both just love traveling. That's it. Um,
Literally.
yeah, but besides that, one has to do also with your personal goal. I would say learning Slovenian, you, me teaching you, since we both have to be committed, which is not that bad. I mean, we could also say that for me learning Spanish, and we both have to be committed to that. But mainly our couple goal currently is like more traveling, but we'll see how that works with coronavirus.
Yeah, of course. I think it depends a lot of the situation of the world. Of course, the money, because we need to earn money for that. But I think
Yes.
like the traveling part is going to depend about all other things. But at the end, I think we're going to manage it. And about the language, well, yes, I will appreciate a lot. And also, it's from my part to reteach you Spanish so you can actually start speaking. So yeah, I will actually call them our personal couple goals, which is nice. But
Yeah,
also,
personal couple
we
goals.
have the part of the podcast, which is actually the most important one for the podcast.
So
And I
please,
will actually begin with this, with that so far we know that not everyone that listen to us, guys, and now we're talking with literally to you. Not every one of you guys that you listen to our podcast, you are in our Instagram. You don't follow us in our Instagram, which is completely fine. But I think like one of our goals for this year, it will be reaching, I don't know, 300 followers on Instagram, which is not a lot if you think about it.
no.
But seriously, we are very committed to that. We love this. Literally, as Sam and me, we have always said, this podcast is like our baby, basically. So we would like to improve it. We would like to hear out from you. And I think one couple goal, I mean, one podcast goal will be reaching on Instagram 300 followers, which demands a lot of work from our part. But also, we will appreciate if you help us, guys, to reach this number by the end of next year.
Yes, Felipe said our podcast is basically our baby, and we like to record episodes, like to edit and edit pictures and stuff like that. So we would need your help for that one. So please share, 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 as we always say, the podcast, also the Instagram page of the podcast, and follow it. If you don't follow it, it's at lovealadijonnaise podcast. We always leave our social media at the description. But that's, yeah, as Felipe said, one of our couple goals for podcast or podcast goals. But also another one to grow a bit our not Instagram, also Instagram, but also our YouTube podcast. And again, with that one, we need your help. Just the same as with Instagram, share, share, and share. Because yeah, that's the only way we can grow our little baby.
Exactly. But we're super committed to these guys, and believe us, next year is coming with amazing things for the podcast. But at the end of the story, also, we need your help. So we actually will appreciate a lot if you help us to reach this goal.
Yes, so please help us reach that goal. And as we always say, share, share, and share. And another idea we had for our podcast goal is to interact more with you guys. And that one we can do either like live on Instagram or like a Q&A, also on Instagram stories, but could be also as a podcast episode. And basically, whatever you guys want to like hear us to talk about, or if you have any questions like related to relationship that we can help you or you need advice, we would of course love to do it.
So yeah, so what basically Sam was explaining you is like what we had in plan. It's like a project. I mean, part of this project, like a future plan that we have for our podcast is like we would like to do these kind of lives, like Instagram lives or something like that, where we do like a roll call basically to all of you guys that are in the same situation, like a long distance relationship or even like normal relationships where if you have anything like literally if you want to literally share your story, I'm sorry, with us and with everyone, you have literally open microphone for that. or if you need any tips or advices for the long distance relationship, you have open microphone. Basically, we want to give you the opportunity to interact more with us on lifetime. But for that, we will actually like to see, first of all, if you guys are interested in it, and also to have more people that listen to us.
Yeah, so please let us know if you're interested in the ideas we had to interact more with you, because we would love to do it. And not also that you interact only with us and we do with you, but you can also interact with other our listeners, you know. Who knows? Maybe you can share each other's stories, as Felipe said, to us, to everyone else if you want, of course. But yeah, please let us know. And again, for that, we need you to share, share, and share our podcast, as we always say.
Definitely. And now to reach the end of this episode, we wanted to discuss just one thing, what did we learn during this year?
I feel like we're gonna both say the same thing, but I mean, we we waited a long time for certain things, and mine would be definitely patience, and I feel like you're gonna say the same thing, because of different
Yeah,
reasons. But this year has taught me that being patient is very, very important, and not to like go and think very being negative and being dramatic about stuff, because everything happens at its own time. You just need to wait, and that you need to believe that good things are coming. Doesn't matter if now, everything looks dark. As they always say, after rain the sun comes, and it's true. You just need to be patient and wait and believe that that's gonna happen, that good things are gonna happen. So that's mainly the thing I learned that this year.
yeah. You were right. I was gonna say the same thing, and it has to be with patience. Because of different reasons, of course. With me was the thing about job, and it was kind of hard moment because, of course, not being able to find a job, it was very hard, and emotionally it wasn't okay. But I think I learned about patience, about how important it is to keep being patient, even though when you feel like literally never is gonna come something new. You never know, you like, maybe, as I always have believed, and a lot of people have told me before, good stuff takes its time. So if it's good, believe us, guys, it's gonna take very long time, and you need to be actually very patient and being willing to wait until that thing comes. So yeah, definitely, I think I learned about patience and importance of it.
Yeah, guys, so please practice patience because it's very important. And also, let us know what you have learned this year or what this year has taught you. And also, think about the moments you've been grateful for this year, because that's very important that we look back and we see what we achieved, what we're grateful for, what we learned in the past year. So that's your homework, guys. Do it, think about it.
Exactly. And well, guys, we have basically arrived to the last part of this episode. So thank you so much for all the support again, guys. Thank you so much, especially for this year that we have been together. We are gonna turn 1 year old on this podcast soon,
Ah,
next month.
yes.
So we're gonna be working maybe on planning something like a special, episode or special something. We haven't talked about it for the first anniversary of this podcast. But seriously, thank you so much, guys, for the support. And well, as a spoiler, we'll just expect a bit of nice content in a couple of weeks because, surprise, surprise, we're gonna be together.
Yay! Surprise, surprise, we're gonna be together. And also, surprise, surprise, we have our first trip, my English today, planned, which is very exciting. But yeah, also thank you from my part, guys, to all of you who have been here since the beginning. And also for you who are new, thank you for joining us. And for now, that's gonna be it. We're gonna be back sometime next year with season three. Of course, you're very excited. Um, we also hope you like this second Christmas special episode, because we wanted to give you something nice and cute for this special season of the year. And as we always say, I'm gonna repeat myself again: share, share, and share the podcast. Thank you very much.
Yeah, have an amazing Christmas, have an amazing New Year's, and well, see you guys in few weeks. Wait for it.
See you in a few weeks, guys, and Happy New Year.
Bye bye, guys.
Bye bye.